Should I join Best Easy Work? So in this video, I'm going to help you decide whether you should join Best Easy Work or not. So this is going to be a neutral position of whether you should join Best Easy Work or not. So as you realize, I'm a member of Best Easy Work, and in this video, it's not about trying to get you to join Best Easy Work. What I want to showcase here is maybe a reason why you should not join Best Easy Work. So let me show you a little story here. So I talk people out of joining Best Easy Work, and I'm going to share the reason why with you. So if you're looking to join Best Easy Work and you're having that nagging thing in your mind, like you're on the fence, you're not quite sure whether to join or not, I'm going to help you kind of make a decision for you. Because, someone helped me make a decision for me, and so I'm going to help you make a decision for you. So here's the thing. I am actually a real estate investor as well. So many of you know that that's something that I do. And I'm just going to show you something. I'm kind of passionate about real estate. So I know I liked it and I decided to invest in real estate. So this is like a house I would look at, right? And decide if I want to buy it or not. So I'd, come and look at the listing, and they usually have pictures, so I can look at some pictures here. So this is another house, I can look at, and you can see the outside is boarded up. And what I do is I actually look at these pictures, right, and see, is it worth me going to look at it? Is the price right? How much can I rent it out for? So you can see this picture here of the house that I probably, potentially look at. And this one, my goodness, it looks like it needs a lot of work. You can see the inside flooring needs something. It needs painting throughout. So quite a bit that needs work. So here's why I'm showing you this. On one of the houses I bought, I went into the closing and I saw the seller there. And so the seller looked at me, and the seller was like, we're just making small talk conversation. And the seller asked me, so are you going to use a management company with this? And he said, you know what, you should use a management company with it. So he, in a sense, asked me a rhetorical question that he answered himself. And he said, because the reason I'm saying that you should use a management company is you look too soft. The tenant's going to eat you alive. And it was kind of an amazing thing that he said that, because, right then and there, I kind of made in my mind decision that, you know what, I am going to hire a management company to manage my rental properties. The reason being is because I had past experience. I knew me. So when he saw this in me, he saw something in me that resonated with him and said, you know what, this person, this part of the real estate investment game is just not for her. Being a landlord, she should really have a management company manage it, because she's not tough enough to deal with the tenants and, some of the things they pull. So when he said that, you know what, I was looking into getting a management company. And then when he mentioned that the decision was made for me, I decided, you know what, I'm definitely going to get a management company for my rental property. Because in the past, what I did was I used to manage my own properties, right? And I'd get tenants, I'd be a hit or miss. I'd get good tenants and I'd get bad ones. And recently I had a tenant that actually had bed bugs. And I don't know if you know about bed bugs. So I'm going to show you a picture. So these are kind of like bed bugs, these little things. They lay eggs and then they multiply like crazy. I'm not kidding you. They literally multiply like crazy. So what happened is you end up getting bites. You get bitten at night, because that's what they come out. They come out at night and they bite you and feed on your blood, and that's how they live. So these are more pictures of bed bugs. So if you've never seen them or never dealt with these things are some nasty critters. I swear they're worse than roaches, because you know what? They're hard to get rid of. They're very hard to get rid of, to the tune of $2,000 to get rid of. So I had a problem with bed bugs in one of the properties I own. I'm going to show you roaches. I've had problems with roaches before. Tenants had roaches, and they're much easier to contain. I mean, they're not the prettiest thing, but at least they're easier to contain. They can cost you maybe, $100, $200 to take care of. I'm not kidding you. To get rid of bugs, you could literally spend thousands trying to get rid of them. These things are really hard to get rid of. So here was my problem. I had a tenant who had bed bugs and they had roaches. Double whammy. Not good. And the reason I think this escalated to such a point was I was, in a sense, nice to these tenants. The minute I found out they had bed bugs, I should have, really made a stand to get them out. But I tried working with them, trying to take care of these bed bugs, and besides, they were also back on the rent. So, it was a total mess. So I was actually being nice to these tenants and ended up, it cost me thousands to take care of this problem and lost rent, right? Because I had to kick them out eventually and cost me a lot of money. So here's why I'm saying this to you, if you should join Best Easy Work or not, right? You're on the fence about whether you should join or not. And just like how that seller looked at me and said, you know what, based on the things I'm reading from you, right, what you're saying to me and how you're kind of coming across to me, he knew I wasn't the best person to manage my own properties, right? And I couldn't, I guess, get to that decision without hearing someone look from the outside and make an assessment of what they saw of me. So that's what, when I tell you that, you know what, I make an assessment of people and literally talk them out of joining Best Easy Work because I know it's not a fit for them. You know what, it just isn't. I mean, based on certain things that you could explain to me and tell me, I could literally, I think, really pinpoint very well if Best Easy Work could be a fit for you. So here's what I'm going to suggest you do. I'm going to give a free analysis to you to help you decide if Best Easy Work is for you or not. This is not something I'm trying to, gonna sway and talk you into Best Easy Work. Not at all. My plan is just like how that, seller looked me in the eye and said, you know what, I don't think you should be managing your own properties. You're too soft. I could do that for you and tell you if you should be joining Best Easy Work because I know what it takes to make Best Easy Work, generate income for you. And I literally have told people not to join Best Easy Work because you know what? I know they'd be wasting their time and wasting their energy putting into the business and have no rewards from it because, based on me working Best Easy Work and having success, I could pinpoint where you might either have a pitfall or it's just not for you. So here's my proposition here. If you're debating about whether to join Best Easy Work or not, you're confused about it, you're spending endless amount of time researching, looking at videos, can't decide, let me help you cement a decision for yourself. So it's not me telling you go do it or not do it. I'm going to base this based on what you're telling me and give you an assessment, an analysis of what you're telling me and give it back to you. And you could decide for yourself based on what I mentioned if this is for you or not. So it's not about, I don't even care if you join with me. That is not the point. The point is, you know what? Someone helped me better my investment in real estate, right? They may help me clarify my decision of what I wanted to do because I knew I was looking at a management company. But at that point, I just wasn't sure. It wasn't like, you know what, do it or not do it because I didn't have any feedback, right? Someone telling me, you know what, you're a good fit for that. Or, you know what, you're not a good fit. And being, raw and honest about it. And I think, if you're researching and doing lots of stuff, because Best Easy Work, it's really a simple business model. You come in, you upgrade, you go market it, you make money, right? It's a simple business process. But the thing is, there's something about you, right, that might not be jiving with it, right? Or it's something about you that might be perfect for it. And, I will be able to decipher that and help you make a decision on that, which way you should go. So if you're interested in that, getting a free analysis of me just, giving you raw information about is Best Easy Work for you personally, because everything is on a personal level, right? Just like for me, he was able to look at me personally and tell me, you know what? No, you couldn't do it. But, incidentally, what he did, he looked at my real estate agent and said, you know what? But she could manage your business. She could manage a rental property because she had that face, that aura, that something about her that says, you know what? We mean business when it comes to real estate. We're gonna get that rent, and that's what it means. We're not messing around. Whereas me, it was a softer side of, okay, I can work with someone. So if you are looking at Best Easy Work, you're confused, you're not sure, you're like, okay, should I go for it? Should I not go for it? Let me give you a free analysis of, what your strong suits are and match you up with what I know about Best Easy Work, the business of how to run this, and give you a free analysis so you can decide for yourself. If you want that analysis, the email address for me is on the screen. I'll also put it in the description box as well. So you could contact Kay here at gmail.com. Tell me your story. I might ask you a couple of questions to get, to the bottom of what your situation might be, and then I could provide you with an analysis. So simple, straightforward. The link, actually, my contact details is in the description box, or you can copy this email down and send me a quick email, and I'll give you an assessment of whether you should join Best Easy Work or not.